Hey guys, I'm Drew357. Today we're going to take a look at a tactical hunting rifle. This is the Ruger American Rifle Gen 2 Ranch, chambered in .300 Blackout. We're going to start this video by shooting this rifle, and then we'll sit it down on the table and talk about the specs. Let's get into the video. So here we have the Ruger American Rifle Gen 2 Ranch. We had a great experience with this rifle. I really like it. I called it tactical in my opening because it takes AR mags and it has a 16-inch barrel, which is similar to a lot of automatic rifles, and it also has a threaded barrel, so you can shoot it with a suppressor. But this gun is loaded with options, and you can obtain it for anywhere between $500 to $600. Now, some of those features include, back here, you can adjust the recoil pad with spacers so that it accommodates different size people. This would be from 12 inches to 13.75 inches with spacers. So you could have a man like myself at 6.2 shoot it, and then you could also give it over to your wife or kids and just eliminate some of the spacers to fit them. Now the other part is the comb here, the top of the stock. This can be adjusted to accommodate different face sizes and shapes also. I really like the way the safety works here. You pretty much get it all. Your safety's off and it shows red, and then if you pull it back one, the gun's still on safety, but you can operate the bolt here. And then if you pull it back one more, this keeps your safety in a lock position. So if you're hunting and you come up on an animal and you turn it off safety, you know that that bolt is closed and the gun will go off. So we loved shooting this gun suppressed with subsonic ammo because it was extremely quiet and accurate. We were getting values a little over an inch to around an inch groups, depending on which ammo we used. And then we shot some faster ammunition with it, which you would call supersonic. That's above the speed of sound, and we were still getting around 1 inch groups. Now, this scope on the top of the gun, I've gotten some comments about this. This is a Nightforce Scope, extremely expensive. So if this gun didn't perform, we can't blame it on the scope. But if you look this scope up, it was a limited batch. It's called a C538, and it's an NXS 2.5 by 10 by 24 scope. Now, being a little bit more of a tactical looking rifle, in my opinion, I chose to go with this scope that had the smaller aperture on it because I thought it fit the bill here. Now another thing, you have a Picatinny rail on top, so you can pretty much mount any kind of optic that you want. You could put a red dot on there, you could change it over to a scope. Flat dark earth finish here, and you can see it almost looks like splattered paint on it. So if you sit this gun down in the woods, it really blends in. As we move to the end of the barrel here, they did a great job bedding it. It's a free floating barrel, and it's also got spiral cuts in it to reduce some of the weight and dissipate some heat. And then you've got your muzzle brake at the end, which this will reduce recoil and muzzle rise. Now the thread pattern is 5/8 by 24 inches. We used a Banish 46 V2 suppressor on this rifle, and again, that's a really nice suppressor that we obtained through Silencer Central. And as we work here, I already told you about the AR mags that it takes. So if you already have an AR, you pretty much already have mags that'll fit in this rifle. It comes with a 10-round Magpul P-Mag. It does have an adjustable trigger pull. Now, if you look at the trigger here, it has a safety in the middle of it, similar to a Glock, where that trigger will not pull unless this little spot in the middle is pulled, and you can feel it go off. So you can adjust the trigger pull between 3 to 5 pounds, but when we actually took the trigger pull weight, it weighed in at 2 pounds, 10.8 ounces, and we didn't do any adjustments to the trigger after receiving this gun. The bolt is made out of stainless steel. It's a 3-lug design. It gives you 70 inches of throw, which is really nice if you were to have a larger scope or optic on the top. It doesn't bang into it, and it just gives you clearance for that. Now there's also an available weight kit that they'll give you to put on the end of the butt here, and that's if you were to have a heavy silencer on the end of this gun. It would just make it a little bit more evenly balanced. So we really enjoyed this gun. As I said, if you're looking for a gun that you want to shoot suppressed, or you want a smaller hunting rifle that you're going to lug on a long trip, or you're just hunting in the backwoods in a tree stand and you want something that's not going to get in your way and it's easy to swing if an animal were to walk up on you, we think that the ranch version of these Ruger American Rifle Gen 2s is great. You can get this rifle in all different kinds of calibers. I know they sell it in .308, they sell it in .243, 6.5 Creedmoor. For you guys that like straight wall cartridges, or you live in a state where that's only allowed, you can get the 350 or 400 Legend. They also have it in the 7.62 by 39, which is an AK round. So if you already have an AK, you could use this rifle and get it chambered in an AK round. So while I'm here, I've got another rifle that we actually just reviewed. This is a Wilson Combat NULA rifle. And the reason I bring it out is because this rifle is also chambered in .300 Blackout, and it also has a 16-inch barrel. So coming in around $3,000, this gun would shoot a half an MOA at 100 yards. Now, why am I telling you that? Because this Ruger American Rifle Gen 2, coming in at $500 to $600, it wasn't quite as accurate at this rifle, but we thought it did pretty well compared to it. So this is another one that we have a video on if you'd like to check that out sometime. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank Target Sports USA for supplying us with some ammunition. We really appreciate their support of our channel. And I'd also like to thank Ballistol for sending us cleaning fluids and different supplies that we use to clean these rifles up and keep them performing at their highest level. If you want to come over to Instagram and check us out, we're on there. We have a handle, Fieldstrip357, and we're also on Facebook. Feel free to follow us, send us a message, ask us a question. We'll do our very best to answer it. But overall, the Ruger American Rifle Gen 2, we had a great experience with it. There's all different versions of this rifle that you can get. The Standard, the Ranch, the Predator, the Prairie, the Scout, and the Patrol. And if you look through there, you might find something that you think looks cool or would fit the bill for what you're trying to do with it. I'm Drew357, and we appreciate you stopping by. We'll catch you on the next one.